and they'll have to look us in the eye. Every one of us. We are not hiding.
Be realistic.
I don't know.
Ruth.
But does that mean I can't have a baby?
Justice veers the course. Words of hate fulfill hateful words.
We need our water now.
We make to one another that we will do the right thing, even when it's hard, even when it's the hardest thing in the world.
I think Cornerstone is important because it is a life-changing process. It's more than a theater company. It gives voice to the voiceless.
What we do is make art with people who are not theater makers, who are not professional artists, and collaborate with them by listening to their stories and then putting them on stage next to professional actors to tell those stories.
Cornerstone is about really serving the community and telling the stories of the community. And so most plays start with the playwright's imagination or a historical incident and proceed from there, but Cornerstone, we start with the community.
For Cornerstone, the process of theater making is also the process of community building, and those two things go hand in hand. The first step in a Cornerstone project is the process of identifying the community. Members of the Cornerstone ensemble identify the community that we want to work with and invite people who are part of that community to participate alongside of us in creating a piece of theater.
I had so much fun rediscovering the city of West Hollywood. I interviewed 50 people. I interviewed people in a number of groups. We did story circles with LGBTQ youth, with Russian seniors, with transgender people, and I learned a lot about those communities, and I learned a lot about West Hollywood. The fun part, of course, with Cornerstone is those people whose stories are being told end up in the show.
Hearing my story on stage and seeing them depicted was fascinating. It was so rewarding because I had spent quite a few years in prison. The writer were very, very specific about what they wanted from me. And when I gave them my all and then watched them take that and give it their all in the presentation and context that they did, it was incredible. And it was very inspiring for me to see that process and feel that I have a voice and I can have my voice heard. Fantastic.
At my hearing, there they were, and they see me every time I go up for parole. I've grown. I'm smarter. I'm better educated. I've become a mentor. I mean, I keep growing. But for your victims, their child hasn't. And they don't get to see their child grow into a better person each year.
When my mom gave me the flyer for the audition, I was excited. It was weird too that they had like written a story about my neighborhood. I grew up in Frogtown. It's like gangs, kids that weren't like me. I got picked on forever, and because like I skateboarded instead of being in a gang or playing basketball. I was never like good at sports. So I honestly, when I saw the flyer too, I was like, oh my god, I gotta be in this.
Oh, sorry. Touch the water. I need to touch the water.
The rehearsal process involves community participants with a wide range of experience and inexperience working side by side with ensemble artists.
I don't know that I've ever had that kind of feeling before, to see my story depicted, to literally hear my words. I mean, in For All Time, some of the dialogue really came from things that I said to the writer, and I knew that they came from what I said. And there were even some really significant points that I knew from my experience really added a genuine aspect to the dialogue. So to hear it and to say it and to actually speak those words, incredible. It was healing. I think that's the best word I can say. It was really healing. I want him to come home and tell me about his day. I want him to be. I want him to take out the trash. I want him to be my child. I want him to replace the child he took away.
There's like a huge wall like separating people that are outside the theater community and people that are inside the theater community. And I credit Cornerstone like 100% with like opening the door and like letting me into this like world. And I don't think like I'd be doing it without them.
Cornerstone's mission is unique in our city and in our country. Nobody does exactly what Cornerstone does. Nobody does it better than Cornerstone does. And it is not just about producing wonderful theater. It is about producing theater that is about the community, about our country. It's vital. If Cornerstone could be a model for other theaters, other cities, the country as a whole, the world would be a much better place.